Procrastination. We know him well. This unwanted house guest has been cluttering our to-do lists and plaguing our minds since time immemorial and gets more airtime than Dance Monkey. Procrastination has led to miles of mindless scrolling every day, glorifying the lives of others while you eat Cheerios on the couch and do nothing about your great idea. But this isn't where you need to stay. Let's look at 10 ways you can put a pin in procrastination and gear up for action. Whether you're wanting to hike Kilimanjaro, launch a game-changing app, or just meal prep better, this list will help you shake a leg and change up your life. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Want to know who one of the most famous procrastinators of all time was? Stick around for the big reveal. And with that said, let's not procrastinate any further and get started on some ways to get you mobilized. Number 1. Bring someone into your big picture. Telling a friend about your idea or goal can be the biggest single catalyst to get you started. Once you've told someone you trust and respect about your plans, you're more likely to feel a healthy amount of peer pressure to see it through. Also, you have someone on your side to help keep you accountable. Knowing that you'll be seeing them in 2 weeks, you're bound to get cracking because they're definitely going to ask you how your plans are going. If your goal is to get fit, lose weight, or eat healthier, then joining a group or buddy on the same mission will help. We're all more likely to show up if we know we have people waiting for us, and tend to stick to goals better if our actions are responsible for encouraging someone else. It's also proven a little healthy competition never failed to inspire us to stick with our goals. If you've got a goal you want to see to fruition, our video 15 Steps to Master Self-Discipline will definitely be of value to you. Number 2. Your performance isn't a sign of your self-worth. Most of us are naturally afraid to fail, so afraid that it paralyzes us to act. But realizing we are who we are despite what we achieve is important. This allows us to have a healthy distance between failing at something and feeling like a complete failure. For example, Serena Williams is a #1 tennis player and a self-proclaimed perfectionist. For her, failure is not an option. But when you see her no-fear attitude and her skill, you realize she has a very different relationship with failure. Failure doesn't define her. A loss isn't a death knell for her, but a clarion to keep on going. She knows who she is, a world-class athlete, inspirational woman, and beloved family member. If she loses a match, she is not a loser as much as swimming in a sea doesn't make you a fish. She's still Serena Williams and you're still you. No failure can take away your worth in the world around you. Adapt your way of thinking around achieving your goals. That is an outward achievement that doesn't affect how lovable, likable, and successful you are as a human, and how worthy you are to be here. Number 3. Declutter your mind before you start. Sometimes we don't realize how much we have swirling around our minds, taking up thought space and energy. Everything from don't forget the dog needs a new leash, to find out how to remove paint from a rug, to see what I still have outstanding in tax. This messy mind map of to-dos is distracting you and causing low-level stress more than you realize. When you miss an entire story your partner told you because your mind was flipping through what you need to do on the way to work, you're missing out on the very real present. And the present is the only place that living actually happens. Stop. Sit down with a page in front of you and write down every single thing you have taking up valuable space in your mind. From a great gift idea for grandma to which clothes you need to take to the tailor. Then think work. What tough emails do you need to send? Or have you been struggling with a work colleague or needing to ask for a raise or time off? Write it down. Chores, tasks, repairs, calls, late birthday gifts, canceling a subscription, whatever it is. The list goes on and on. Now, rewrite it into categories and list it in order of importance. Anything that will take less than 1 minute, do it immediately. An example could be paying a traffic fine, sending a quick email, or booking an appointment. Then, with what's left, give yourself a week or a weekend to clear the entire list. Naturally, as you complete each task, reward yourself with a nice hard line to scratch off that list. There's nothing quite as satisfying. Once it's done, your mind will be free to focus on your real goal. Plus, you'll feel more motivated to get your future to-dos done as they crop up because there won't be a backlog. Number 4. Understand what kind of procrastinator you are. Not all procrastinators are born equal. Some are better under pressure, others are genuinely easily distracted, but you can learn about both and work to their strengths. A passive procrastinator is the type of person prone to distraction, a sudden inspiration to clean between the bathroom tiles or memorize all of Missy Elliott's song lyrics will always take priority over sitting down and doing some productive work. Passive procrastination is always at the detriment of our productivity. If this is you, you need to remove distractions, but more on that later. The second type of time wasting is called active procrastination. This can actually be strategically beneficial. Some of us are just more hardwired to operate under pressure. The adrenaline rush of a deadline promotes focus and diligence in our work. Studies show this doesn't always lead to poor results either. For some people, high-intensity, all-nighter workflow brings out the best in them. Just be sure you know which one you are, and then work around this lifestyle and don't overbook yourself. Number 5. Remove distractions and increase productivity. It might seem obvious, but the best way to not be distracted is to avoid distractions. But if you want to eat healthy, you wouldn't cram your cupboards with unhealthy snack foods. In the same way, you need to eliminate the obvious distractions, which are often attached to our phones and social media. Delete Candy Crush, silence your phone during focused work times or gym sessions, and turn off social app notifications. Focus on what you want to achieve when you have a craving to scroll and realize a small sacrifice now will pay big rewards in the future. Number 6. Break down your big picture into actions and tasks. Does your big idea sound like a slogan? Like a doggy daycare that's a home away from home for dogs. This might be holding you back. It's time to sit down and flesh it out. What does your perfect doggy daycare look like? What do you need to make that happen? How do you source the things you need? How do you get the finances you need? These are still broad brushstrokes. Now break it down into actual tasks. Write a business plan so you can access bank financing. Then break down the business plan into smaller, actionable items. For example, you could draw up a survey on the price and need in your area. Take it to the local dog parks and try to get 30 completed surveys, something like that. Number 7. Put your plan into a timeline. It's time to take those actionable items and put them into a realistic time frame. If you don't set yourself a deadline, you'll never move ahead. Once you've ordered your big idea into tasks, then into actionable items, create a color code or order for them so you can help see them progressing easily. Now, set a date for each of these tasks and set it out in a monthly planner so you can see every day. Be sure to reward yourself as you achieve your goals, even if it's just taking a nice black marker to cross it off. Number 8. Make an organized place to work. Set yourself up for success by assigning yourself an area to work from or getting the equipment you need to see your goal realized. If it's meal planning, make sure you have containers you need to pack your meals and eliminate temptation of having the wrong kind of food in your home. If you're starting a business, create an organized, distraction-free area that allows you to focus and get the most out of your time at the grind. This will also boost your confidence and help you take yourself more seriously. Number 9. Build daily habits that make you feel proud. Each time you follow through on a small action, it gives you the boost you need to tackle another item on your list. Give yourself some easy gains initially to build up the habit of sitting down and sticking to your plan. Don't start by saying you're going to sit down and complete your business plan in one go. Rather, set yourself a goal of spending 30 minutes every evening working on outlining the idea of your business plan. Once you've racked up 5 days in a row, it's going to start feeling a lot easier to sit down after dinner and focus. If you want to go to the gym every day, don't set yourself an unachievable goal of spending 90 minutes a day working out. Start by setting a goal of 15 minutes a day for 5 days in a row. It might seem like a silly time to work out for, but it will encourage you to show up every day. Before you know it, heading to the gym after work will feel like a normal part of your routine, and your workout time can increase. No matter how long you stay at the gym, at the end of the day, you're still the guy who shows up at the gym every day, and that in and of itself is a good confidence boost. Number 10. Tackle the tough stuff first. If there's something you're putting off but also know it's key to unlocking the success of your goal, then put everything aside and tackle it head on. Just like before, break it down into tasks and then actionable items. Set deadline dates and get going. Sometimes our failure to start is a result of fear, but generally once we get going or confront something hanging over us, we realize it's not such a big deal after all. Like the saying goes, the only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. And Aluxers, that brings us to the end of our list. But before you go, what have you been procrastinating on? What's the longest you've procrastinated for? Let us know in the comments. And of course, for sticking with us until the end, here's your bonus. Having a tendency to procrastinate doesn't make you a lost cause. One of the most brilliant minds of all time, Leonardo da Vinci, was a great procrastinator. The people paying for his work had to threaten him with bankruptcy to motivate him to complete their commissioned work. How prolific were his procrastinations? Well, Virgin on the Rocks took 13 years to complete, and it took him 16 years to complete the Mona Lisa. He also left scores of unfinished works in his wake when he passed away. So if you ever feel bad about not shedding the pounds before summer, just think of old Da Vinci and give yourself a break. But just a small one, because otherwise, you'd be procrastinating. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question on our website, Alux.com. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.